Hi, welcome to this presentation on finding a COVID-19 vaccine appointment. Here's Bonnie McGuire, retired school district administrator, to show you how to schedule your vaccine appointment.
Okay, what I'd like you to do right now is using your computer. I'm going to use Firefox. It doesn't matter which one you use. So the first thing I see when I type in DOH vaccine is vaccine information. I click on vaccine information. Two important sites for looking initially come up. If you do not have your big blue eligibility sticker, so to speak, you have to have that. Nobody will give you a vaccine without it. You'll take a screenshot of it. Don't try and print it. It will print out blank. Take a shot of it. And what this does is it asks you a series of questions, and it begins here. So you'll go through all of this, and at the end, you'll have a blue thing that says you're eligible, because you're going to answer yes to the question that you're 65 or older, or you're a healthcare worker, or you are over 50 in a multi-generational home. And that will get you to that important blue screenshot. I'm getting texts from some of my teammates that say the blue eligibility thing isn't needed if you're 65 or older and you have ID. I encourage you to get it anyway, because you don't want to be turned away at the door. So it's a just in case kind of thing. You need a computer or a smartphone to get an appointment. You need time. You need the right information. You need resilience. You're going to need your legal name that's on your ID. You're going to need your birth date. You're going to need your address. You're going to need an email address. If you don't have one, use somebody else's. Or create one. You're going to need a phone number, and preferably if you can accept text, you'll get information that will come to you via those texts. Screenshot everything that you get. Don't try and remember it. Screenshot it. When you get your first dose, you're going to get that immunization card. You put it in your wallet, but before you put it in your wallet, you take a picture of it, because if you lose it, you can't prove which vaccine you got. In terms of vaccines, don't try and get one vaccine over another vaccine. Take whatever is offered. Moderna and Pfizer are the two vaccines that are out right now. They're both 94 to 95% effective. You can't have a Pfizer one and a Moderna the second. You won't get full immunity that way. They're both good vaccines. The pharmacies do not get to pick, neither do the hospitals. They don't get to pick which vaccine they're offering. The Moderna vaccine, when you get it, you want to ask them, can you please schedule me for my second dose right now? Most places will say yes. Some places will say no, that you'll have to go right through this whole situation all over again to find that second dose. So you do want to ask, are you going to schedule me for my second dose? If they don't automatically schedule you, again, ask if they will. If they don't automatically schedule you, as soon as you get home, start looking for second doses. On counties, when you look in other counties, you need to make sure that they're accepting you if you don't live in that county. You need to check the provider. And if you're not sure, give them a call. Usually it will say on their website what they're doing. If a site says we don't have any more doses, check their calendar anyway, because the person who is uploading the calendar may not be the person who is maintaining the site. So, the text on the site. So no doesn't necessarily mean no. Double check, triple check, Rolodex, whack-a-mole through it. We cannot intervene for you. We've got over 2,000 emails that we're trying to answer and get people into these Zoom trainings. If someone offers you a slot because they're saying they can't use it and they're going to give it to you, chances are that's not going to work. Okay, now we're going to go into some sites. Click on vaccine locations. When you get to vaccine locations, put your cursor to the far left, because as you scroll down, You don't want to accidentally hit the map and hit some other things that are kind of a pain in the ass to hit. So if you'll notice, my cursor is way over here. There's the map that's a pain. And you're going to see all the counties. As you scroll down, I'm just going to hit Pierce County because that happens to be where I live. Pierce County. These are all the places, and some of you may be very familiar with this, but there are some places, for example, CMAR in Puyallup, they are walk-in clinics, but they will tell you if they have vaccine available. If you click on this, they will tell you. They'll have vaccine updates. You can check, and you check your, so you know vaccines available. In every one of these sites, when you click on the CMAR, they'll tell you if there are vaccines available. If there are, you hustle down there if you live near one, and they take walk-ins only. Now I click back to the sites, and if you go back to Pierce County, and I'm going to hit this Safeway site. I want to show you this Safeway. Now notice up here where it says Albertsons, I'm going to click on that rather than going to the direct boxes. So click on the Albertsons, click on vaccination, click on general public, and I'm going to show you why I didn't go directly in there. I'm going to hit 50 miles. I'm going to look for, this is my zip code. I'm going to look for any one of these stores, which is owned by the Albertsons company. I'm going to hit search. Now I'm going to say, yes, I'm eligible. I'm going to click on one dose, the first dose, which is all they're offering right now, because Albertsons, Safeway, all of these stores, when you get your first dose, they schedule you for your second dose. So these are the stores that schedule you for your second dose immediately. Then I'm going to click next because I'm getting my first dose. Now notice I'm at the Safeway on Pearl Street, but I have lots of Safeways to look at. So I'm going to hit that I'm going to hit that one. There are no doses. Then I hit the next one and I pop back. Nothing there. Then I hit the next one and I go forward and back and on I go. So using the zip code method allows you to look at more stores. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to hit Albertsons. I'm going to go to vaccination. I'm going to hit general public. Now I'm going to look at Paulsbo area, 98370. I'm going to go within 50 miles of Paulsbo. That's Paulsbo's zip code. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm eligible. Now I'm going to look at these sites. It's just very self-explanatory. You're just getting your first doses, etc. So Paulsbo, let's see if they have any. This is the night. No, they already used them up. But look at Paulsbo had some for tomorrow and they had some for Tuesday. Earlier today, they had some. I can check to see if Paulsbo has any more. Nope, none are spoken for yet. So I drop down and I look at Kingston. I'm willing to drive to Kingston. And then, but I don't see any. So that's how you're going to work the Albertson site. You get automatically scheduled for your second dose. You can look at multiple sites without having to go back to the state site. So go to CHI Franciscan. This is a really great site. So we click on CHI Franciscan. It's a very easy site to use. A lot of people don't realize the learn more is your ticket in. You'll see COVID vaccine, learn more. You're going to scroll down. They're saying that they don't have a lot of vaccine. You're going to click on yes, I'm in phase 1. They're saying no vaccine. Don't believe the no. They're saying check back February 5th. And they're probably telling the truth, but you want to check. You want to just double check. So you're going to say no. you're not an employee. Yes, you meet eligibility. You're going for first dose. And now you're going to start looking for appointments. The beauty of this site, here are all of their hospitals, so easy to use. So you go to St. Joseph Medical Center, you are not an employee. You're going to see a beating heart. It's looking for appointments. No appointments. So you click off of that, there is the next place. You click on not an employee, beating heart, no appointments. You click out of it. The nice part about this site is you don't have to go all the way out and come all the way back in. It's gentle, it's easy to use. And I'm going to go through these just because sometimes they do have sites. I got a free haircut for finding someone an appointment while I was getting my haircut last week. So we just go through these one at a time. And sometimes they're uploading appointments. So on Friday morning, if it says no or error, keep at it. Keep Rolodexing through it because they're probably loading up appointments, particularly if it says error. You may put in all of your information and it will say error, but if you go right back, it's just because the time slot is taken up. When you go into the CHI Franciscan site, you'll see 6:30, or let's say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Each of those times has a drop-down menu from 6 o'clock to 6:45. So you don't have to just pick on the hour. Look at the drop-down and you can pick another time within that hour. And they're taking more than one person per hour. They have lots of people jabbing arms. So there will be plenty there. Now we're going to go back to Google, and I'm going back to where I've been. We're just going back to what we're familiar with, vaccine locations. And I'm going to go to Mason County just because I've had luck with getting people appointments there. Mason County. So this QFC is a really interesting site. So you click on the QFC and notice that it's by state. QFC is a Kroger store. They own Fred Meyer and a ton of stores. So you're not limited to QFC on this. So you're going to go down all the way to Washington and you're going to click check appointment availability. The really nice part about, and then you're going to put in a zip code. So we're going to try 98370 again, which is Paulsbo. And we're going to hit return. Okay, so there's a Kitsap store. That's a Fred Meyer store. There's a store in Richmond Beach. There's a store in Edmonds. And you can go from row to row to row. So let's take a look just for grins on the Fred Meyer in Kitsap. It's in Bremerton. So I hit select, then I hit continue. Notice how down here it says COVID-19. You have to scroll a little bit to see that. If you don't see that, that store doesn't carry it. So I click that, then I hit continue. They don't have any appointments. The beauty of this site is you go back up to choose a location. You go to choose another pharmacy. So now we're going to try Edmonds because I'm willing to drive that far. Select, continue. They also have COVID-19. They don't have any appointments. So I go back to choose. I hit choose another pharmacy. And maybe I just want to try something entirely different. So I come down to, I just jumped to row 5, hit continue. And now I've got all kinds of different stores. So you hit choose a location. There's Alderwood for grins. Let's see if they have COVID vaccine there. Continue. They do. Do they have appointments? They do not. But my point being on this particular site, you don't have to constantly go out of it and come back in. It's a really nice user-friendly site. And when those slots come up, it really is like hitting the slots. I swear to God, you just feel like you made money. So then we go back to Google. I go back to vaccine locations. Vaccine locations again. And then we go down to King County. So take a look at King County. They have a huge giant drive-through or whatever. Yeah, a giant mass vax thing going. But they're taking 75 or older. So when you go to your locations, you don't want to just arbitrarily click on the left-hand side. You want to actually look to see what they have on the right because they have important information. So multi-care, on our Facebook page, we have a phone number. Multi-care is much easier to use by phone than it is their site, unless you happen to be a patient in multi-care. Let's take a look at Overlake. They're going to be getting new vaccines. Their website is very easy to use because they show you what they've got available or not available. So here they are. Look at already filled, already filled, already filled. But if somebody cancels, you're going to see a not filled. They're already filled through, let's look at the dates. They're filled through March 10th. They're already filled, already filled. So that's Overlake. So we go back up to King County. King County has a lot of places available. So you know how to use the QFC, you know how to use the Safeway, you know how to use the CMAR. We're going to try, you know how to use St. Anne's, that's a Chi Franciscan. Let's try a Costco. Even though this will probably take me to the COVID site, not all places do, not all Costco's do, so you're going to try their link instead. So Costco doesn't have any. So back out we go. So let's go back to King County. And last night, some of you may have heard, we got lucky at Swedish, and they had appointments, and a bunch of people got scheduled right here. Oh, this is a really good site. The ICHS, this place, I looked at this today. They didn't have any open, but they were so easy to use. So you go to the website, and they take out of county folks. You pick the place you want to go to. So this is Shoreline. They tell you right away. They have a date and time. It's a super easy site. Oh, you have to type in what are you going for, COVID vaccine. So they had sites available, but you want to look at this every day, particularly on Friday and every single day. They're going to have sites. So you go out of here, then you can try Holly Park. They're going to do the same thing. And it's really nice when they have user-friendly sites. So they're out of vaccines, but they did have some today and they did have some for tomorrow. So you want to check these sites early in the morning because you might get lucky. All right, we're going to go back to King County because King County has so many sites. So we'll try back to King County. There, again, look at all this. You're going to see what's here. More Costco. I'm looking to see if there's St. Francis is also a CHI Franciscan. You'll see it on that drop down. One-stop medical clinic. I've had no luck with, so you do give it a try. Again, the QFC I think is the easiest. Whenever they say email them, do email them. They might, they might put you on their list and say, yeah, come in. Do email for an appointment. Do all of these things. Some of them, when you get them, are going to say they're only taking patients. So I skip over those and just try to go to the ones that take anybody. Harborview, they're saying due to low inventory, unable to schedule. Try them anyway. There are vaccines coming starting this Friday. Some are going to hit as early as tomorrow, but you want to try and get them soon. So they're Safeway again. So King County, I'm trying to see. There's Seattle, Tukwila, another. Okay. Oh, this is a Pagan Pharmacy is owned by Safeway, so you'll be able to find it. So the Costco Safeway, Albertsons, QFC, those are the easiest. You will get an appointment. Do not give up. If you're spending an hour a day on it, you are not spending enough time. I spend 5 hours a day looking for people, sometimes longer. That's sometimes for one person I'm looking for. You are looking for you. As soon as you get your appointment, we are hoping that you will reach out to at least one other person so the two of you can look for that one other person. If Face Finder or Vaccine Location Finder is down and not working, you can call DOH, Department of Health. Every county also has a notification list. I shouldn't say every county. Every county I've contacted has a notification list. If you go into it and get on their notification list, you will be notified by email or text that a vaccine site is opening, and it will happen before it is uploaded to the web page. So you will get that notice and you can go in before others will see, before the random public will see it on their web page. So we're going to sign off, and I really appreciate that you were here, and we wish you luck, and take good care of yourselves and schedule other people. You have an obligation now to schedule other people as soon as you have your appointment.
Thank you for sharing your time with us. We hope this information has been helpful. Please remember to take a photo of your eligibility screen and a photo of your appointment confirmation with you. Remember to take the immunization card you received at your first dose or a photo of it to your second appointment. And finally, remember to ask to have your second appointment scheduled when you receive your first dose. We hope you will help your community fight COVID-19 by sharing this information with your family, friends, and neighbors. It would be amazing if you would help others to schedule their appointments. You will find an appointment.